When considering an extended RV trip, it's important to think about all the things you're going to need. I've been camping with my family for several years now and recently purchased an A-Class bus. Needless to say, this is something that we've wished to do for a very long time. The ability to have extended RV living excursions was the main reason for us to purchase our bus. We'd love to become snowbirds one day, traveling to the United States every winter to avoid the cold. One thing that struck me though was that my perception has changed since purchasing our motorhome. The very first thing I can tell you is that you really need to use a motorhome before you even consider purchasing one. I had absolutely no experience with a motorhome before we purchased one. I've read many articles talking about the fact that it's important to try a unit before you buy one. One of the reasons why I never tried one myself was because renting one was quite expensive. For example, I found that renting a hotel room could be easily cheaper than renting a motorhome. I didn't realize the purpose of this exercise was not to save money, but to actually experience a motorhome. In our case, the motorhome works pretty good for us. I went to the RV dealership this weekend and discovered my thoughts and concerns regarding motorhome have completely changed. The main reason for this is because I've used a motorhome on several occasions. I did a little bit of comparison between the new motorhomes and the one we purchased. I wish we had slides, but we don't, so I'm not going to dwell on that topic. Air circulation is a good example of something I can change. We're heading off to Ontario for about 6 weeks this summer, and it gets very hot in Ontario in the summertime. You could say that I could run the air conditioning, but I discovered that I have a problem there too. I have to consider having a continuous 30 amp power supply or run our generator. I did a bit of research and discovered that one of the main reasons it gets very warm in a motorhome is because the hotter raises to the ceiling, and that's exactly where our head is. Doing the simple exercise of inserting a good exhaust fan into one of our air exhaust ports in the ceiling will help rectify the situation. I confirmed this fact by looking at one of the high-end motorhomes our local dealership was selling and had the exact exhaust fan that I was looking for. With that knowledge, I was able to source the part that I need to get the job done. This is a good example because this is something that I never thought of before I owned this unit. Also, I worried a lot about the heating situation in our motorhome. Needless to say that I found out the engineers who designed these motorhomes have already figured this one out. Converting the table into a bed or the bed into a table is extremely simple. I never considered how difficult it might be to actually drive the motorhome though. On our first trip, we traveled into a windy area and I discovered it was quite hard to drive. I'm glad that I've done a lot of hunting around and discovered that I can overcome this problem. One factor that I found was that if you reduce your speed to a point where the wind is not affecting you as badly, then driving a motorhome is extremely easy. I found this to be entirely correct. Plus, keeping the unit under 55 will give you optimum gas mileage. Add on every 10 miles per hour over 55 will reduce your mileage by 1 mile per gallon. If you're putting on a lot of miles on your bus, then this can be a really big difference in cost. The number one convenience that I find with our bus is the fact that we can enjoy family time while traveling down the road. Traveling on the road is actually fun as the rest of the family can read, play games, or have a quick snack. I really love this fact. I hope this article gives you some ideas when it comes to purchasing an RV or a motorhome. If you're looking for more information to plan your RV travels, come on over to my website.